So I did a video of this a few months ago, but I'm gonna do it again because the one I did before is way too long and a lot of wind noise swallowed or devoured a lot of what I said. Just wanted to show where the tablet device is at these days. Nothing has really changed on these things in, I think, about 3 years. The stuff that doesn't work or didn't work before still doesn't work. Calls are very sketchy. Sometimes they go through, sometimes they don't. The find your way thing is, the screens are very recalcitrant sometimes. You have to really touch them repeatedly. The find your way thing has some canned links to, let's find some coffee, right? And by the way, I'm standing at 37th Avenue and 36th Street in Long Island City. And this is supposed to send you to some local baristas, right? So why is it listing me, this looks like Midtown, like 6th Avenue. This is like such an easy thing to get right, and it's like this on all of them. I didn't choose this kiosk because it's the only one where this happens. It's like this on almost all of them that I've tried. It's also prompting me to use the app, which of course I can't do. So that's a waste of time. So we find no coffee, even though there's coffee right across the street here. It's, for some reason, sends me down into some part of Manhattan. Let's find a bathroom. And here again, we are given a concentrated quantity of Manhattan locations, which are really nowhere near here. So if you gotta go, you gotta go. And this thing is no help. And again, we're being prompted to use the app, which you can't do. And I'll just do this one. For completion's sake, find an ATM. And these are all concentrated around 1126th Avenue. Yeah, 42nd Street, so this is Midtown. I guess if I was going to be proactive, I would fill in the zip code of where I'm standing, which I think is 11101. And maybe this will get me closer to where I am. Yeah, see, that worked, I guess. These look much closer to where I am standing now. But that's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to know where this kiosk is located already. The kiosk is supposed to already know. And it's been like this for years. It's always been like this. Another problem, at least what I'd call a problem, is that access to NYC.gov, this is just the mobile version of their website. It's you can't resize it. And you can't get to half of it anyway, because they just block stuff arbitrarily. They even blocked their own website, although they did fix that after I posted it on Twitter. They didn't have any comment, of course, because my existence has never been acknowledged by these guys. Yeah, I don't know what I was supposed to go to, but I don't know why this is even here. It's just a source of frustration. When I said there's nothing new here, I guess this is new. These stickers, I think these started showing up in the last maybe 6 months. That's got to be a violation of the franchise agreement for 911 to be unavailable. And this has been like this on this particular one for weeks, even months. That's just not cool. And I've seen plenty of these. This is 35th and 35th in Astoria. Kaufman Astoria Studios, and it's completely random British phone boxes.
Talkback, plug in headphones, press 1 and then pound.
Okay, this isn't touchscreen, it's punch screen, and that's not what I intended to punch. Okay, this one doesn't fucking work. Does this work? Does anything work? Is that even what I... Maybe a gentle touch. Alright, I get it. I get the message. 2 blocks up, 35th Ave, 37th Street. Well, hope you don't experience an emergency situation here. This is a couple blocks up at, what's this? Oh, look at that. There's a LinkNYC truck right there. 35th Ave at Steinway. Okay, let's find coffee near here. Yep, as usual. It's telling me that the nearest coffee houses are in, where is this anyway? Upper East Side? Yeah. And that's really not too useful. Oh, get out of here. Let's see where the nearest restrooms are. Manhattan. I'm not in Manhattan, or almost all Manhattan. I guess there's a couple in. It looks like one on Randall's Island. And if you really gotta go, that's just not too useful. Probably end up going right on the machine itself, right? I can confirm that many people do. See, I think this is the last one on 35th Avenue at 43rd Street. By the way, can you hear how loud this thing is? I mean, seriously, that's like loud as an air conditioner. Find your way. Find coffee. I'll do all 3 of them this time. Coffee, bathroom, ATM. It sounds like an opera. Name of an opera. And here we are again in a completely irrelevant part of town. Midtown. Now, I think I demonstrated this before, but if I have the determination and the wherewithal, I would come down here and type in my zip code, which I think is 11101 in this area. And that actually seems relevant, although it's still pointing me to Katz's Delicatessen. Oh no, it's not. It's just not focusing on the area that I'm in. But how many people are going to have their wits about them to even know what zip code they're in? And I guess if you tap the individual thing, you'll get the exact address. I guess that's all accurate. I don't know. I'll I'm not going to get that deep into the... People must think I look like a loony. Bent over at this thing. But I have to bend over and practically need to bring a magnifying glass to read these screens. Yeah, those are some lower and midtown Manhattan bathrooms that not going to be too useful for me if I'm in a spot. And the ATM, I didn't try this one before. How many times do you have to hit this thing? Okay, so these are all in Midtown again. No real use to me, but I'm sort of curious. Okay, these all look like bank ATMs. At least they're not the gypsy ATMs. At least they don't seem to be. And I, for one, have not used anything but my bank's ATM for a very long time. I just don't trust those independents, and of course I don't appreciate the fees. Oh, and once again, the map is telling me to use the app, which you can't do, so that's another little waste of time. What is kind of puzzling to me about the location-specific stuff, which is supposed to be pretty much a no-brainer for these devices, is that it can be accurate. Like, right, this is I'm at 2919 Broadway, and that's exactly right. So it is, I guess, hard-coded into these things, or else maybe the device is able to determine its location by GPS or something. I don't know specifically how they do that, but it can work. But with the maps of all things, it just doesn't. So if you want to find some coffee, you have to do a stupid city thing and, you know, open your eyes. And I see coffee right across the street. But not on this map, wouldn't know that. Because I think all of my tests of this LinkNYC Find Your Way thing have been done in my hood. And I think that's perfectly reasonable. I figured I'd give it a try somewhere else. So I'm on Wall Street. Let's find coffee. I just passed 4 coffee shops. Let's see if this one can find them. Or maybe it was just 3. Nope. Once again, it's sending me uptown. It's sending me up into Midtown, that is. This is just not how these things are supposed to work, you know? And it's all it is. All I can say, once again, is it's enough to make you ask, does anybody care about these things? Does anybody pay attention to them? Anybody that puts them out here and gets paid to have them out here? Does anybody care? So I'm in Brooklyn, Greenpoint, Brooklyn today, just to demonstrate that these things don't work anywhere unless you happen to be at Midtown. I have to hit it like, I don't know if my fingertips are dead or if it's the screen, but I think it's the screen because it's consistent behavior. Coffee near me in Greenpoint on Norman Avenue and Manhattan Avenue. Yes, let's go to Midtown. That makes sense, right? Just, you know, the obvious questions. Why are these things even here? Does anybody care that they don't work? And why is it telling me to use the app when I can't? And here again, if you need an ATM in Greenpoint, you're out of luck, according to the smart city. I mean, under certain circumstance, this could genuinely have people thinking that there really are no ATMs in this area. So this is Hudson Street at Grove. Let's see where this thing thinks coffee is to be found nearby. Well, that's not too far off, is it? I think I'm further west than these locations. Yeah, I'm not really anywhere near Union Square. Where am I? Why doesn't this work? I'm supposed to be able to zoom in, right? I start to think my fingertips are dead, but these screens are not always very responsive. So now I'm at 66th Street, 3rd Avenue, just off of 3rd Avenue, Upper East Side. And let's see what this link thinks is a nearby coffee shop. Yep, you're back in Midtown. Actually, a lot of them seem to gravitate toward this one, toward this screen, but they are still, they're basically pretty random. It would be one thing if they all sent you to the same exact place, like if all the links sent you to this map, but it just seems kind of random. You know, if they all sent you to the same map, that would imply there's like a single line of code that needs to be looked at, but the places they send you to are just all over the place, suggesting a more deeply rooted problem in the code or something. This might be a new record for not really being anywhere close to where I am. I'm at 55th Street, 1st Avenue, looking for coffee, and it tells me the nearest coffee shops are in Brooklyn. Let's see where the nearest bathroom is. According to LinkNYC, that is. I'll give that a big no, I guess.